On November 5th, the community has a choice in two school district referendum questions. Referendum levies provide local support for our schools and students through property taxes. The first question is a no tax increase renewal of an existing operating levy. The second question would provide additional funding for technology and security for 6 years. Question 1 seeks a renewal of existing funding. The community first approved this local levy in 2003. By law, these levies expire in 10 years. If voters choose not to renew this levy, the school board will consider cuts of up to $9.1 million.
I was shocked when I heard that $9 million would be cut from the budget, and just to know how many students that would impact, how many teachers that would impact.
I've seen the district make such progress in the last 20 years that we've been here, and I think it would be a gigantic step backwards and a huge mistake, and I hope that it doesn't happen.
In May, the school board reviewed a list of budget reductions which included all areas of our school district. One of the biggest areas would be in teaching, and we would have to cut approximately 1 out of every 8 teachers, and this would be very devastating for our school district.
If this referendum question is not renewed, the district will drop to the bottom of the metro area for local revenue. The decision before voters is whether to continue this funding. Because it maintains current revenue and does not ask for more, there is no tax increase if question 1 is approved by voters. Referendum question 2 asks for $2.45 million each year for 6 years for security and so that schools and classrooms have access to adequate technology. The district does not have a stable and reliable funding source for technology. This makes it an outlier among its neighbors in the West Metro.
We have 3 main categories. There's the network infrastructure. That's all the behind the walls kinds of stuff that keep everything running and connect us to the outside world. There's about $1 million a year dedicated to that. There's about $1 million a year dedicated to providing devices for staff and students. And there's about $500,000 for the technology support and expertise that we might need to help set up some of our systems.
The funding would support the district's plan for technology, teaching, and learning, which seeks to put an appropriate device in the hands of students when they need it. The district's mission requires technology to support the personalization of learning for each student.
There's an incredible link between personalized learning and technology. Without technology, we can probably do this much with personalized learning. If you think about the devices you may have in your own home, computing devices, whether it's a laptop, a desktop, a tablet, PC, probably any age person in your home can pick it up and find something to do with it that's appropriate for them. It's very adaptable. Technology within the schools really allows us to customize the experience for learners.
And I know Hope has friends in other districts that they each have their own iPad, and I don't know that every child needs an iPad, but to have enough for more than 1 or 2 classes to be able to use them would be a huge benefit.
Agreed.
The current state of technology in schools is not ideal. Computers are aging, and the district's network infrastructure is frequently overloaded. As more curriculum moves online, the stress on old devices and an aging network backbone will only increase.
Even right now, we have a lot of teachers' computers are very slow. So when they're trying to pull up even the Infinite Campus to do their grading or work on their website, they have to wait a long time for the computer to boot up. And then after it boots up, then it takes a while for the web browser to get to the page. Computers are just going to be so slow that teachers are going to not really use the technology as much anymore. Slows down productivity on the students' place for the students. And then that also reduces the amount of learning that our students can do.
The need for adequate technology is not just a concern for Eastern Carver County schools. Business owners and leaders recognize that they will be hiring the next generation of innovators.
If you walk through Ridgeview Medical Center, you'll see MRI machines that cost $2 million that are run by very sophisticated computers, and imaging technologists in that area alone that have basically most of their skill set around the computer. But you can walk any place, whether that's on blood pressure monitoring is now automated in that technology, to what we're now getting into with telehealth. I usually like to pull out my iPhone and show how that's the technology of the future, understanding how that iPhone is used, and how people will use that to get diagnosis right from their homes to their physician or their hospital.
Even, in dentistry, things are changing dramatically with technology. We have all digital records or digital x-rays, all those kind of different advances, and actually that's not even new. This is just standard of care now, is all this technology that seems so foreign 10 years ago, is just what everybody's doing. And I think that as all the professions, like my profession, changes and the other professions, we need to keep up with it at the levels of our schools, because we're not working in an age that technology is a bonus or a luxury item. It's what's normal. It's the standard.
A portion of the funding from Question 2 will support security improvements across the district. Using one-time spending from the first year of this levy, 10 schools will be renovated to install secured vestibules. All schools will receive additional security cameras, a keyless entry system for staff, and a visitor check-in system. In summary, there is no added impact if Question 1 is approved, because it continues existing funding. If Question 2 is approved, the cost to an average-priced home in the district is $11.25. That is less than the cost of a delivery pizza. You can find a property tax calculator and a great deal of additional information on the district website, www.112online.org/vote.
As a parent of a middle schooler, 2 in elementary and 1 in preschool, I want them to have the tools and the technology they need to learn, because I want my kids to grow up to be the best students, the best learners, the best community members that they can be.